Today we have something really special. We are playing through Doom 64. I've waited forever to play through this game. It's easily one of my favourite Doom games of all time. Easily top 3. Sometimes I actually prefer this game over the PC games. I mean, I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but I just love the horror, the lighting, the sounds, everything about this game. The gothical horror to it. Most of this game actually does take place in hell. Of course, this game has like a different kind of gameplay to it as well. It's not just the horror that's changed, because obviously the PC games are a lot more. It was kind of horror for the time, but this is just taking it to the next level. This game, over everything else, is trying to just flat out scare you, especially with the soundtrack. Yeah, but they said the gameplay's changing this as well. Unlike the PC version, you're not going to be fighting dozens of enemies at a time. There are going to be areas where you are fighting a lot of enemies, but a lot of the places you're fighting like 4 or 5 tough guys at a time. Because when you get to the later levels, there's just more Hell Knights than actual imps. Hell Knights and Barons are definitely the ones that are used the most in this game. But I said a lot of other things have changed, like some of the enemies have had upgrades, like the Pain Elemental spits 2 lost souls at a time. The Arachnotron has 2 guns instead of 1, making them much more of a bigger threat as well. Got the Nightmare Imp, of course, the boss, who's completely changed. Brand new boss in this game. There are moments where I said that we're not really fighting dozens of enemies at a time, but you are fighting multiple big guys at a time. So you'd have to fight like 4 or 3 Pain Elementals at a time, 4 or 5 Barons at a time. It does get intense. There's loads of traps in this game as well. There's like a very gothical kind of horror as well when you get to the hell maps. It's very unique to this game. I just love it. Okay, I think we've destroyed every barrel here. Did we destroy the barrels in here? Yeah. Very unique secret on this level, of course. You have to destroy every single barrel. And that when you destroy every secret barrel, it will lead you to the super secret map that I can only imagine took forever finding. Back on the Nintendo 64 when like there's no Let's Plays or nothing like that. No guides, just in like magazines. And it must have taken absolutely forever to find. Did I grab the chainsaw? Yeah, I can't even remember. This will always be one of my favourite Doom games. Even though I only discovered this not many years ago actually. I discovered it through YouTube. A lot of people were in the same boat as me and didn't realise this was another game. I knew Doom got ported to multiple consoles, and I knew there was probably one on the Nintendo 64 as well, because it makes sense. It was around about the same time as PlayStation 1 Doom, which is my favourite. And I found it out on YouTube, and then I ended up watching the whole playthrough. I just love this game so much. When I saw a few pictures of the game before I actually saw the YouTube video, I was kind of thrown off about this game because of how different it looks from the rest. Because even the ported games, enemies still look the same, the levels still look the same. And this game is just so unique. And now I think that's an amazing thing, I just love it. I love the style. The enemies do kind of look a little goofy, I guess you could say. But I like that. Our good friend the Imp guarding the exit. The exit we don't need though. Let's just pray that I've hit all the boxes that I needed to. All the barrels. I think I have. So I just love the lighting. You're just going through these creepy hallways. said the hell levels are awesome as well. So the majority of this game does take place in hell. Yes, we have, and here we go. So the majority of levels do take place in hell, which I love because I prefer hell levels. They're always my favourite place to explore in a Doom game. But at the same time, I really would have enjoyed seeing more of these tech-based levels as well, because I think they're so different, so awesome. I just love the horror theme to this game so much. Anyway, we've got Hectic now, which this level is a fun little secret bonus map, but at the same time it's just complete hell. Absolute hell. Okay, don't go in that. Don't go over there. That's a trap that will kill you. This is a trap that will kill you. This damages you. This will kill you. It's not nice, this level, especially what's about to happen here. Save the rockets. So here's our Arachnotrons. Ow. Arachnotrons are not nice. If you want to survive this bit, stand in front of a light. Am I on the light? Please tell me I'm on the light. I'm on the light. And I missed it. Because they're the indication where to stand when the crash comes down. But we're alive still. Whoops. Next area is even more challenging. I'm actually going to do that bit last. Let's do this way next, which is terrible. Every time you step onto a new moving platform, everything shoots arrows at you. Like that. Which I thought I timed well, but clearly I didn't. There we go. Now, okay, we're good. And the reason I did that, because I knew I'd take damage in there, but there's a berserk in here. Right. Run straight forward, run straight back. Whoops, wrong button. I'm going to actually save, because I don't like this bit. Does it count as cheating? Probably. But honestly... And that's why I save. I actually got stuck. This is how you have to do this bit. Get to the rocket launcher first. If you fall down there, it's death. In my practice run of this level, I didn't die here. But obviously, when it comes to the real thing, I fail it. Anyway, well, that was this level. And the point of that was to just be annoying. That was the purpose of that level. Alright, back to the regular levels now, so we can play the regular game, and we're back to the fun maps. So another thing that's changed in this game massively is the soundtrack. Of course, same guy that composed PlayStation 1 Doom, and I think he does an epic job. Some of the later tracks, especially ones you can hear in Hell, are just downright nightmare fuel. Like the screams, really weird sounds, like statical sounds as well that you hear. Without the soundtrack, I don't think this game would have been half as good. It really builds up to the game. Okay, so we want to grab the chain gun here. And then we want to make a run for it. Actually, change of plan. We'll stand here and kill him like that. Ammo is mostly good in this game. There's not many moments when you run out of ammo. If anything, you have too much ammo. Okay, I can hear the imps have woken up, but they don't come out until we press this button here. And the room sort of comes to life. That's another thing I love about this game. There's something like sort of scripted events that just look so good. So many unique things in this Doom game. There's even like a sort of very basic RPG element to this game where you can upgrade a weapon, which of course is the Unmaker. That's just incredible. I love it. What I like about the goggles in this one is they don't actually take away the colour. If you grab the goggles, I think in PlayStation 1 Doom, everything becomes the same colour. But here you get to still see the cool lighting effects, which is awesome. There's a lot of puzzles in Doom 64 as well. Some very deadly, some are actually a little bit unfair, I guess you would say. If you mess one thing up, you die. There's no way out of a pit. So we get like this random bit where it just teleports around. So it'll be here for a second, then it'll move over here. And then I think it's there and there. I actually think it does change. It's like a random chance maybe, I don't know. But then these will open and then you have to press the right one, if not you get a crusher. There we go, and you can tell which one's the right one because it's the one without the computer panels. Which would be this one. And then it will lower down where the blue key was last. And then there'll be the first of the teleporting enemies in the regular levels. Of course we saw that with the Arachnotrons. The Arachnotrons actually don't show up to much later in the game because there's only 25 official levels plus the secret maps instead of the usual 30 that you'd see. But it makes up for it because it does take quite long to beat this game. I do wish there was more levels, and I'm glad they lost levels here and now because I love them as well. New 64 levels is just incredible. I'm so glad they're still updating this game. Because this game just really captures something that the other games didn't. So if it feels like you actually are exploring like some sort of industrial tech base, unlike the other games. They do have that. Okay, here's the hard bit. Usually it lights to indicate where you're going. It's still hard because it's so easy just to miss by a second. But luckily because it flashes you can tell if you're on the spot or not. That's only half the story because we've got to make our way back. I have to admit I don't actually know where all the secrets are in this game. There's still some that I'm figuring out. I know where the majority is. And there's some of the demon keys that you get in the later levels and the secret maps that I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, I've got them before, but by pure luck. And the demon keys are the things you use to obviously upgrade the Maker. Each one's hidden in a secret level. The Spectres, our good friend Spectres. Okay, there's a secret here. At least there are plenty of goodies. Nice, okay. Another cool bit here. Now, I kind of like the sudden spawning enemies. I do actually like that in this game. It's something that a couple of custom-made Doom 2 map sets you get out there do as well, like pop-up enemies. But I don't know, I just don't like it as much as you get in Doom 64. I like it here for some reason. I think it goes with the gameplay. For a Nintendo exclusive game, or a game that actually just runs on Nintendo 64, this is an incredible game, just the amount of stuff they added onto it. I don't think it got nowhere near as love as it deserved. I think it still holds up today. Like I said, if this is the first time you've seen it, you're probably thinking that the sprites and everything do look goofy, and they kind of do, but I just love it. Because I've not actually really made a Doom 64 level before. I mean, I've actually kind of have, but it was just a remake of my Doom 1 style level, which I just retextured as Doom 64. But I have seen how Doom 64 levels are made, and there's so much scripting, there's so much different actions and stuff you have to do just to do the most basic of tasks, and they're really hard to make. So it's the amount of effort gone in here is just incredible. So the people making new levels to this game to this day, it's just amazing. So I just love this sort of outside area as well. can only beg that maybe one day we'll see even more Doom 60 levels being ported to this game. That'd just be unbelievable. Because we've got the lost levels, and they're updating Doom 1 and Doom 2, so who knows, why not? Because I know id Software really do love this game. It was actually a huge inspiration for them for Doom Eternal in some ways as well. Because we've got the Maker as well, got ported to that game. Or added to Doom Eternal. Okay, there's a rocket things opened up over here. I don't think we can see if we found all the secrets and stuff on this level yet. In this game, I mean. But I'm pretty sure we found most of them. This game also gets pretty tough pretty quick. So we sort of start off with the basic enemies, but on the next level, even though it's only level 3, you're going to be fighting much more tougher enemies. Okay, so we've done everything on this level. Let's just head to the exit now. I can't actually put into words on what I find so awesome about this game. So it's just like it's got a charm to it that no other game I've ever played, apart from the PlayStation 1 Doom, has ever captured before. Anyway, here's the new enemies. They're just nightmare imps. They're like the PlayStation 1's nightmare spectres, so they there's not that much different to them. They look a little bit different. I think they're a little bit tougher. I think they do a little bit more damage, and that's really it. But it's cool to have them. It's cool to have a new enemy. This level is a bit shorter than the others, but it's a lot tougher. We get to see another cool scripted event here. See, it actually makes the base feel alive in this weird sort of like horror, cyberpunk kind of world. Very industrial horror. It really does feel like a spaceship or a space station you would see on Phobos, because I think the same is confirmed as on Phobos now. It really does feel like that, corrupted by... Is this the invulnerability or... No, okay, we grab this. Because it does feel like it's been corrupted by hell, this like weird base, moon base. Didn't mean to grab that, but oh well. I'll kill these guys later because we need to move on and try to use this as most effective as possible. I haven't even grabbed the blue key yet. Because it actually really does feel like something you would see being made on like a base. It's like a huge sort of facility. 38 rockets already. You have to be careful because the invulnerability runs out a lot quicker in Doom 64 than it does in the PlayStation Doom or any other Doom. Because, well, I think it might last the same amount of time, but the indication that it's running out is quicker. So when it starts flashing white, it means you're literally going to lose it that second. Whereas if it's flashing white in PC Doom, you've got a couple of seconds left of it. As you go into multiple cackle demons here. Right, these doors opened up. The switch opens this up, so you can teleport up here. Opens up these rooms. I don't think there's nothing in there for us. We've got full ammo on these guns. We get to see the new enemies here. Well, returning enemies, but their new sort of style. The Lost Souls. Now, Lost Souls are even more annoying in this game than they would be as in the PC version. That's because their sort of cooldown time between their attacks is being reduced to next to nothing, so they can just attack at once without no slowdown, and they actually can drain your health from like 100 probably plus to 0 in a matter of seconds if you're not too careful. Literally, there's just no cooldown time between the attacks. They really do put pressure on you. So we've got to go back through here. Our good friends have spawned in again. This way you get the rocket launcher if you're playing normally without going to that super secret level. They give you the SSG and the rocket launcher on this map. You can see this bit, it's really cool as well. It's like it actually just crushed into the ground. Okay, we got all the lost souls. That's the important thing. Okay, that's like a switch. Is it this one? Okay, now that opens that. I think it's this one that spawns in like a... It spawns in the key card out here. You can also just open this door normally. Maybe not. I swear you could open that door normally. There you go, run over it quick. And we've got the Nightmare Imp room. Maybe this door opens normally. Okay, you needed the red key. Press that. Release this. And we're done. Level 3 done. So this level's shorter, but really fun. I love that map. Secret level on this level, and I'm trying to remember because you need to press things in a certain order to get to the secret. Speaking of secrets, well, that's not a secret apparently. I really do beg that one day we see new levels added in. So we've got the lost levels, which I love, but even more, the more the better. Never stop making them. So I actually do prefer this game, some days at least, over Doom 1 and 2. Nobody would agree with that, maybe. Well, a very small majority of people will agree with me. But honestly, I do think that. Now if you grab this, it causes like the room to go into some kind of like fit. Everything just flashes red, and it's actually like a seizure problem here. So warning, flashing lights when I do grab that, if I remember. It might not even be worth grabbing because of that. We get to see the new enemy on this level. Of course, another Battalion classic Doom enemy, but new for this game here. It has not changed too much from the other games. Apart from the fact in this game they're much taller, but then again all enemies are much taller. There's the Hell Knight, I completely missed him. Now get used to these guys because we're going to be fighting these guys I think on nearly every level from this point onwards. Nearly every level. Multiple of them, I said. Some levels I'm pretty sure they're like half the enemy count. Go through hallways, you have one imp and like 3 Hell Knights. It's really weird, but I love it. Speaking of Hell Knight, here's one now. Okay, if you walk somewhere around here, this actually lowers. Or opens up. No, I missed that, but I shot that. If you shoot this, you can get in here and grab this. Which is not too helpful for someone who's already got a chain gun. Okay, kill him. Lost soul moment. There'll probably be a moment in the playthrough where you actually see how bad the lost souls are. Once they sort of attack you, if you're like not looking at them and they manage to sneak up at you and attack you first, you're going to lose a lot of health. One other thing I love about this game is that the Doom 64 soundtrack actually samples a couple of the PlayStation 1 Doom soundtracks. Like we got the track 18 from PlayStation 1 Doom, which has the babies crying in it. That's in here as well. It uses the same sample of the baby crying, or the goat screaming as well. There's actually goats in that. Plus, you've also got the track that was used in level 2 or track 2. That's sampled as well, which I'll point them out when we get to them. It took me actually quite a while to notice it, but I just thought that was really cool. Anyway, so we're coming up to the last area of this map, and here's the secret exit. We have to press in a very specific order, and I think this might be a one-time thing, so we have to do it very carefully. So I just love how this game doesn't really mess around. Because when I saw this playthrough of Doom 64, I still barely knew what Doom on the PC was. Because I only played that or experienced that for a couple of years at that point as well. As well as I knew PlayStation 1 Doom for many years. All my life basically. So I think if we press this, yeah. Another soul here. Okay, I think it's this one. Please tell me I'm doing this right. I can't remember. I can't remember which one it is. Is it this one? I think it's this one. This one. And for the love of God, please be this one. Okay, yeah, I think we've done it. Alright, no more sneaking up. Alright, we need to open this up and kill the Hell Knight army. And here's the regular exit guarded by the Hell Knight army. Now we want to go over here. Trying to take out these Hell Knights. And then make our way across and fail. But I'm glad I've remembered the order. So I do think that's a one-time exclusive thing. Maybe. Because sometimes they are, but sometimes it could be a trap. So every time you get it wrong, it spawns in like lost souls or imps or something. We'll see that in the later levels. Anyway, the exit area to this, and awesome level as well. So these are just the starting maps before we even get to the cool hell levels. But I just love this game so much. Anyway, we're going to get to the first secret level, which is Outpost Omega, I think it was called. So there is actually a story to this as well. The funny thing is, this is actually the final of the classic Doom games. This is actually an official Doom game now, especially with Doom Eternal. And of course they sort of connect the stories together from the old games to the new games. But I have done my research in this game as well. This game apparently actually does take place on Phobos. And the Mother Demon is actually an archvile that mutated. Because I think the archvile is supposed to be extinct. Anyway, we're going to continue stuff in the next episode. But until then, this has been Rocker Game 45 and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.